What is up, everybody? This is Kevin David Rail from Fasting for Fitness. And first things first, please like and share my videos and subscribe to my page if you haven't done so yet. Secondly, I have a public service announcement I want to talk to you about. As you can see, I'm barefoot right now because I'm a barefoot fitness enthusiast, specialist, and also educator, and I like to run barefoot too. But I want to start running some trails with my girlfriend, and I want to get some hikes in and stuff, and I'm going to be on some really rocky terrain. So I chose to get myself some new shoes. But I didn't just get any shoes. I got these amazing HFS shoes from the company called Xero Shoes. So if you are a minimalist and you haven't come across them yet, first of all, I highly suggest you get some shoes from Xero Shoes because they're absolutely amazing, and I'm going to tell you why. And they have a really good message, and they're very legit, and they're very nice people too. I would go barefoot 100% of the time if I was legally allowed to. I would go into Whole Foods, I would go into Walmart, I would go into specialty shops and stores with no shoes on at all. I drive with no shoes on. I just bring them with me and I put them on when I'm legally obligated to do so. In the gym, I would be barefoot 100% of the time, but I'm not allowed to be in my gym. So I have to wear these 1 millimeter minimalist shoes. Having said that, these are amazing. I just got these last week. I got 2 pair. This is called an HFS. The other pair was called a Prio. Now, I want to show you what makes a good shoe and a bad shoe. So when you're out sneaker hunting, you are often going to find a really thick sole, okay? We don't want thick soles. Our feet want to be as bare and as close to the earth as possible because that's how we were born, and it allows our toes to open and expand and grip, and the plantar muscles in the bottom of our feet get a lot of work, which they normally don't get when you have a thick soled shoe on like this. So what you want to look for is a shoe with a wide toe box, which is this right here, number 1. If this is tight, it's going to take your toes and I call it compartmentalize them. It's going to squeeze them in like this, and they could get bunched up like that. See, my fingers are kind of bunched up, and when you do that over and over again over time, it causes distortions of your feet and your toes. We don't want our feet distorted. We want our toes to be able to spread like this and wiggle as much as possible. The best way to do that is barefoot. If you're going to go with a shoe, that's totally fine. But find something like this. It's a barefoot or a minimalist shoe. What's good about this is it has a wide toe box. It has a 0 heel drop. So the heel drop is this area right here, the sole. So a lot of shoes have like a 7 to 3 millimeter heel drop, or they have like 14 millimeters to 2. And then there's those dreadful shoes that start with an H that I'm not going to mention on live video right now, that have this humongous sole on them like this with a narrow toe box, and they're kind of shaped kind of crooked like that, and I see people walking around with them and they just look clunky. They are clunky. They look like they weigh 1,000,000 pounds. They might be light, I'm not sure, but it just looks dreadful for the feet, and I would never want to have that thing anywhere even near my body, let alone on my foot. And I'm not going to sit here and bash them anymore, but just know that there's a big difference between that thick sole and then this thin sole right here. So with that thick sole, you have this false sense of security that you have a lot of padding. So you can just keep on whapping your foot to the ground like this over and over again. And you can hit your heel like this and just flap and flap and flap. And be like, oh, look at me. I got all this cushion here. My heel's hitting the ground. I'm fine. I'm going to be great. Well, guess what? 10, 12, 15 years down the road, when you start crossing 50 and 60 years old, all that banging of your heel causes a lot of pressure going up your whole kinetic chain from your heels upward. So you're actually getting a lot of pressure and stress on your joints, and you don't know that because your heel is hitting what feels like a soft surface. What you want to do is reprogram your mechanics and land with a forefoot strike like this when you're running, as opposed to that. And this is what happens right here when you have those big, thick, fluffy soles on. You think you can do this, and you're Superman. And every time you do this, this happens. And the front of your foot slaps really hard like this, which sends a lot of tension into your tibialis anterior right here, this muscle and this bone. You can end up developing shin splints. And then you get all that impact on your knees, on your hips, and it goes right up through. It translates through your whole body, all the way up to your neck. Every time you do that heel strike and slap hard. So if you got something like an HFS, you have a wide toe box. You've got about a 3 millimeter heel thickness here, which is your heel drop. It goes 3 millimeters and it ends at 3 millimeters, all exactly the same. It's a hard rubber sole. It's got really good traction, as you can see, and you want to do the shoe test every time you buy a shoe. So you want to be able to do this with it. You want to be able to crumple it up like this, and you want to be able to do the torsion test, which is this. If you can wring it out like that, and this is all the same thickness right here, and it's a hard rubber sole, then you got yourself a good shoe. And like I was saying, Xero Shoes, baby. They've got your back and they've got your feet as well. So I highly recommend you get some of these. Let me know if you have any more questions or comments about it. slip them on. I wear these with just bare feet inside. You can wear socks if you want, if you're a sock phobe or a germ phobe, whatever. I don't know, it's up to you. Totally okay. But I highly encourage you to join the world of barefoot running, barefoot fitness, minimalist running, minimalist fitness, and so on, and get yourself a good pair of shoes like these. Okay, there's my long-winded talk and rant about amazing shoes. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. This is Kevin David Rail reporting live for Fasting for Fitness. Make sure to like and share my videos and subscribe to my page. Till next time.